Soundclash Radio.
Yo, what's going on, man? This is Soundclash Radio. Shout out Rick, shout out the Hangout Network. I am Tag the DJ. Man, we got a very, very special guest today, man. Shit is crazy, bro. It's been a long time coming. Take a Break Fest, Boogies, the man behind all of that. The one and only, Jay Gatewood.
I'm here. I made it. Finally.
You here, man?
Bro. It happened.
It happened. How you feeling, man? How you feeling?
I'm good, bro. Just a good little Sunday afternoon, man, with my guy Tack.
Yeah, man.
You know?
Yes, sir.
Can't
Yes,
beat
sir.
that.
Hey, man, I appreciate you coming on, bro.
What's up?
Yeah.
Of course, always.
Yeah, so I mean, damn, bro. Take a Break, Boogies, bro, and countless other just like accomplishments, bro, at such a young age, man. A lot of people think you older just based off accomplishments alone. You know what I'm saying? How does it feel, bro?
People always been thinking I was older since I was like 16, bro. People thought I was in my 20s when I was 16. In my 20s, they thought I was in my 30s, bro. Not even on accomplishments. I guess I just look older. I don't know.
Look like Unc.
Yeah, they've been calling me Unc, bro. I don't know. They got me fucked up.
Yeah, but damn, man. I mean, like, take me on the journey, bro. Like back to the beginning. Like, was there a moment? Like, what was the moment when it just clicked and it was like, you know what? I'm gonna be a DJ, and then also like I'm gonna be this type of DJ.
Damn. I mean, my grandpa was in music. He was a country music artist, so I grew up as a young kid going to his concerts and stuff like that. He was a big inspiration of mine. And then probably 8, 9 years old, I got DJ Hero. You remember DJ Hero?
Yeah, on a PS3, right?
Yeah. I think I had the Xbox or
Xbox
the Wii,
version.
one of the two. But I got DJ Hero for Christmas one year, and I fell in love with DJing and electronic music and all that stuff. So then the next year, you know, I did a bunch of chores around the house. I got about, I think, $100.
Yeah.
And I bought my first DJ board at Best Buy out in Tampa, Florida, and taught myself how to DJ. And yeah, I was probably 11 years old, and now I'm 26. Here we are.
26, here we are. So
Yep.
just kind of shout out that resume a little bit. I mean, Take a Break and everything like that. When did you come up with that concept, and how did that come about?
Man, Take a Break was a COVID idea. We were all taking a break. You know what I mean? We were
Right.
all locked into the crib. We were all going through something none of us had ever gone through.
Yeah.
And I was dying to play music live again. I had already, you know, at that point, before COVID, I had already toured a lot of the U.S. and played a bunch of festivals and stuff. But I was a rap DJ, and I, you know, used COVID as a time to kind of reposition myself and redefine who I was. And I wanted to come out of the pandemic, you know, a new artist with a new sound and a new brand, everything. So yeah,
My boy got baptized, man.
yeah, exactly.
Came out a new man, a new DJ. So when you was a rap, let's dial it back a little bit. When you were a rapper, DJ, who did you DJ for? You can shout that out. I know you did some stuff with Outfit Texas, I think.
Yeah, the Outfit homies, man. I mean, yeah, I was in the Dallas scene a lot. You know, TK, Pat Ron, the Outfit, Crit Life, like it was.
Man, them was the days.
Yeah, exactly.
And you was like a lot younger than those guys too, so
The show,
you
yeah.
were just kind of like soaking it up, and I feel like that's a good place to start with those type of guys because they real cool.
Yeah.
And they just in the scene, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? Those guys know how to move. Pat Ron and the Outfit specifically.
Yep, definitely.
You know, and the people that were the team that was around TK.
Yeah,
You know what
definitely,
I'm
man.
saying? So
I'm surprised I ain't run into you. I was around those guys around those times too.
We probably brushed shoulders at some
we
point.
probably
So.
did. I was in a lot of these little local shows and
Yep.
stuff.
Exactly.
Crit Life, that was the homies. TK, I was around TK. I had a I went to UNT,
Okay,
so my roommate was a videographer, photographer.
sick.
So he did a lot of videos. He did TK videos, a few of the Outfit videos and stuff like that.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Wait, who's your roommate?
I don't want to call him by his government.
I heard.
Don't Hype Me.
Yeah, that's the homie. I just saw him
yeah.
at a swap meet a few months ago.
Yeah, that was my roommate
Yeah.
in college, yeah. So,
Man, very talented guy.
yeah.
small world, man. Small world. That's what's up, man. So you go from that to being a house DJ. What like you've always liked house and
Yeah.
was into that though, but how did you like make that transition?
I mean, look, I did a lot of stuff in rap, and I grew up loving rap. That was the first genre I ever fell in love with.
Yeah.
I'm a rap listener. I collect rap vinyl. I mean, I love everything about it. I was lucky enough to, you know, before the pandemic, from the ages of like 16 to 19 probably, or 20. I played Rolling Loud. I toured the entire USA with XXX Tentacion and Members Only and Ski Mask Slump God, and I was very much in the SoundCloud scene when that was coming up. So DJ'd for Lil Pump, Smoke Perp, had them out to Dallas for their first times, Cardi, Uzi, you know what I mean, etc. So
shout it out, man. Let them know, man. They don't know, bro.
They don't know. They don't know the lore. They don't know the lore.
You know what I'm saying? And then it's like you make it look easy, bro. Like what is something that I feel like people think is easy, but it's not. That you can like name right now.
Oh shit. I mean, everyone. I think a lot of people just think because they DJ, they can DJ anywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I got my USB. Nice. You know what I mean? Is that an invitation? Like, I don't know. You know
what you trying to say, man?
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, man, I don't know. I'd say that transformation from rap to house was definitely, as I said, DJ Hero had a lot of Daft Punk and a lot of like crazy mashups and stuff.
Because it wasn't that much hip hop, but there was enough to where it was like, keep you entertained. But there was a lot of like exploration on DJ Hero for me as well, musically. So that is a great starting point. I feel like because they had like all type of genres, on there, and they was mixing them together perfectly. I feel like. So
honestly, to add on to that though, like, because I liked rap music so much, I also liked R&B. And so I would say the first artist that showed me that I could bridge those gaps and kind of fuse them together was Kaytranada.
Okay.
He's one of my favorite artists of all time. His album 99.9 is one of my favorite albums, and it is a great blend of rap, soul, R&B, indie, like everything. And it just, that's what got me to take that leap into saying, oh, maybe I could play some dance music and enjoy it, So
I think for me, when I was DJing, because I was listening to a lot of Kaytranada too, the internet, all those guys from like California, who else, like Matt Martians and all those type of guys. And I think I was like, man, nobody listening to this shit. But then I saw a DJ Sober set, and he was playing that type of shit. So that's when I was like, okay, this is I feel like this is transforming a little bit the scene to where
definitely
the people who listen to that stuff, we're outside. We want to hear, you know what I'm saying? We want to hear the music we want to hear. So I like DJs like that take that leap. You know what I mean?
100%.
And speaking of Kaytranada, I want to know like your Mount Rushmore of DJs. And a lot of people, when I say Mount Rushmore, it's like the best. But I feel like I don't think it should be the best. It should be someone who represents like a formative change in that, you know what I'm saying, in history of DJing.
So, I mean, I could answer that. So you're saying like my Mount Rushmore of like DJ/artists I like, or like people I think are like the best DJs?
Mount Rushmores of DJs specifically who you think have made pushed it forward.
Okay.
Yeah.
How much is Mount Rushmore?
4.
4? Okay.
4, yeah.
So I'll tell you let me think. Mount Rushmore, top 4. I'll tell you my top 5.
Always breaking the rules, man.
I think, I don't know. That's a tough one. Honestly, we've already talked about him. I'll say Kaytranada off bat for me.
Yeah.
Again, he blends a lot of different genres as a producer and just blends them beautifully. On top of that, I would say, honestly, Daft Punk as well. I think that they started a whole wave of electronic that wasn't around before. They started sampling. And especially in the electronic scene, I mean, it's like one song of theirs has like 20 different samples that created one amazing tune. And it's really crazy. DJ Screw, I'd say.
Okay.
Big Screw fan.
Yeah.
You know, what he did down in Houston and his whole genre, he created a genre for himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
He created a culture out of it.
Literally, it wasn't around before him. So I'd say Screw. Okay, I got one more. I ain't gonna say 5. I lied. maybe Jay Dilla. You know what I
Okay.
mean? He's always been one of my
Yeah.
favorites. I mean,
Yeah,
but then
he was a
again,
DJ.
yeah, he was a DJ. I mean, I'm kind of cheating here because I'm also using producers, people
Yeah.
that I find inspiration in. But that could be my top 4. I'm cool.
But
with
nah,
that.
that was where people who actually like pushed shit
Yeah,
forward for
exactly.
the art. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So yeah, I fuck with that.
Yeah.
Now I kind of want to talk house music because
Okay.
you know we made that change, that leap
Yeah.
from hip hop to house and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about the house scene in Dallas, man. What you feel about it? What's your opinion on it right now?
I mean,
You feel like it's growing? Or,
yeah, like literally coming out of COVID, man, when I threw the first Take a Break, there wasn't a house scene. Just bluntly, truthfully speaking, there was not. And that was my thing. I was like, if I'm gonna play house music, I have to have somewhere to play it.
yeah.
And there was nowhere to play it. There was obviously a club. There's It'll Do. They don't book too many local DJs, and so
Curfew was kind of around.
yeah,
like that, but
Curfew
it's
was
all
doing
the way
some
in
stuff out in
Worth.
Fort Worth. That's right. But I wasn't in with them. I didn't know them at the time, so I was like, I gotta. Other than that, there wasn't a Dallas house scene like there was a rap scene. You
Not
know
at
what
all.
I mean?
Exactly. Yeah.
So, you know, back then it wasn't much. But now, fast forward a few years, man, there's clubs being opened left and right that are saying house music. There's shows left and right. There's collectives. There's no shortage of DJs who have started to play house music. So, I mean, you know what? It's flourishing, man. It's growing every day.
You think it's still underrated, or you think it's still like you think it's kind of like this is it?
Nah, this isn't it. I think Dallas is going to grow a lot as a market when it comes to dance music. I mean, Dallas has always liked electronic music, but that was more so like dubstep and stuff.
Right.
Stuff I'm not into, and I don't think you're into. But
Nah.
yeah, I mean, we've always had big raves and festivals and stuff like that, like Lights All Night. But house in particular, I mean, when was COVID? I mean, in 2021, right? We came out of COVID. I mean, so it's only been 4 years. And I think really as of this year and last year, maybe, it's really just started to really excel. A lot of people are listening to it. A lot of people walking around daily. I hear it at restaurants now all of a sudden. You know what I mean? So, yeah.
What you think we missing though, like in the city as far as house goes?
I mean, we got really good spots like Boogie's.
For sure. Product placement.
Yep. Got Boogie's. It'll Do's been doing good programming. Silo just opened. They're bringing, you know, all the big DJs out. I think on a local level, you know, you have Take a Break that's also pushing boundaries. You have, you know, Control, who's doing a really good DJ mix series with a bunch of local DJs. Like, what are we missing, really? I would say, and I'm gonna call myself out on it too. I think we're missing true house artists. There's a lot of house DJs, but there aren't many artists. And what I mean by that is people producing and releasing their own music. There's a ton of people who DJ, me included. You know, there's not a ton that actually release music.
Creating and actually adding on to
Right.
because I see a lot of people who play and spin, and this isn't even like a jab at anyone or anything like that,
Yeah.
but they play a lot of other people's mixes
Yeah.
like that. You know what I'm saying? And it sounds amazing. And,
Yeah.
you know, transitions are great. It's DJing, but it doesn't really add on, especially when a lot of us are playing the same edits.
Right. Yeah.
You know, so I do agree with that. But I do want to know, like, what do you think true house is?
I mean, what true house is literally is 4 on the floor kick drums, every 8 a clap. As long as you have that, you really have house. I mean, anything, as long as you got 4 on the floor and you got a tempo ranging between 115 on the low end to 128-ish on the high end.
Okay, professor.
That's I mean, that is house, you know what I mean? I think house is a beautiful genre that a lot of people are like, oh, it sounds the same, oh, it's that. It's like, but you gotta listen and like just actually like get in a groove, you know what I mean? Like if you're listening trying to get you know, good lyrics and some story. That's not what it is. You know, it's made for you to dance, and many times it can be made to relax. You could drive to it, you could work out to it, you can definitely dance to it, you could eat a meal to it. Like house music is a music that could fit everyday life. And there's great artists out there that push the boundaries of what house is. So
Okay. So, what are some subgenres like of house? Because you know it's a lot of them.
Yeah.
Right? It's plenty of them.
Yeah.
What are some that you feel like get too much hate?
Too much hate?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, subgenres of house that get too much hate.
For me, I feel like drum and bass gets a lot of hate.
Okay, so right, drum and bass I wouldn't say is a subgenre of house, right? I like to think of EDM as like a tree, right?
Okay.
And think of all the subgenres being branches of that tree, right?
Yeah.
So you got EDM, house is one branch, bass is one branch, drum and bass is one branch, dubstep, trance, and so on and so forth.
Yeah.
So D&B is awesome. I don't play it. I can get down with it. There's a group called Chasing Status. They're awesome. I love some D&B. But in terms of dance music that gets was it too much hate or not enough hate?
Like, I'm gonna ask you that next. I was gonna ask you that next. I want to know which one you think gets too much.
Oh, too much hate.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask you the other one next. I want to know like which one you tired of and shit.
Man, I mean, a subgenre of house would be tech house. Tech house is like 128 to 132 BPM, very modern and quantized commercial tech house. Like it sounds like it's like the frat dude house music, like very clean drums, like not much soul in the sample or swing in the drums, like, you know.
Gotcha.
Yeah, super clubby tech house.
So you think that gets a lot of hate?
It does get a lot of hate. Damn, I guess it doesn't get enough hate. But you know what I'm saying? Like, I do every once in a while sprinkle in some tech house into my set, but it's a little bit more tasteful than what I'm speaking of. But yeah, man, I don't know.
What about like slap house?
That is a little corny, yeah.
Yeah,
Slap house is a little corny, I think.
It's like come from like an era when music was in a weird place. I feel
Yeah,
like,
yeah. Actually, you're
2010.
right. I didn't even think of slap house. That's crazy.
Yeah, like shit like that. I feel like it's like I don't want to hear that shit, bro. Like
Right.
nobody even liked it when it was popular. I feel
No.
like, you know what I mean? Which one are you like particularly tired of? Tired of hearing? Maybe even at Boogie's.
I don't book a lot of tech house at Boogies. Every once in a while, we have like one, maybe 2 nights a month that are like tech house, but they're tech house producers that I think are good. You know what I mean? So I don't book a ton of tech house that is soulless, is what I'll say. So you know, I mean, you know, people like what they like, though. You know,
Facts.
at Boogies, I like to have all genres of house.
I realized that
to
'cause
cater to people, you know.
It really expanded from even day one. I feel like it's been just so many different genres and so many different DJs that bring a lot. You got DJs like 5D who bring like some true disco and real deep cuts that you've never heard before. And then you got, you know, like Willie Dutch, who's also bringing out that crowd that's been, you know, been rocking since 2000 and whatever. You know what I
since
mean?
you were in 9th grade.
You know, like I don't want to call him Unc or nothing like that. Shout out Willie,
He's
man.
OG, man. He's good people.
OG for sure, man. But yeah, man, I feel like it's special. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Boogies is and even Take a Break, man. It's just like those are like real special events that I feel like push the art forward.
Thank you, man.
You know what I mean?
Hell yeah.
So even with that said, what's something special that you got coming up or something that we can look forward to?
Something special. Man, nothing, bro. Like, I don't got shit going on, bro.
Whatever,
I got
bro.
nothing
Fuck
going
out of
on,
here.
bro.
It's always some new shit. You did like a coffee. This motherfucker did like, he turned up a coffee house or some
Yeah,
shit.
that was
Coffee
crazy.
shop.
I'm gonna
in
run
the
that
middle
back.
of day.
I'm running that back.
When we doing that, bro?
Early April. I'm gonna do a Take a Break AM. I'm calling it Tab AM. Rooftop party, coffee. We're gonna have a little breakfast. We're gonna be dancing on the rooftop at Catbird. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Doing South by this year, first South by, and God knows how long. Back in my rap days, I'd be there every year. Running down 6th Street talking shit with all the homies and shit. But it's my first South by in a few years. That should be fun. We're doing an official Take a Break showcase. They reached out and invited us, so we're excited about that. Other than that, releasing music, hanging out, man, just growing and all that stuff, man.
Same old.
Same old.
Just the
bro.
regular, usual, man. That's what's up, brother. We're going to get into this electric field real fast.
Hell yeah.
Hey man, we back, man. Sound Clash Radio. I am Tyke the DJ, sitting here with my dog Rex from the Hangout Network.
Yes, sir.
And sitting here with my brother, man, Jay Gatewood, JG and his bitch.
We
man.
back, JG, man.
Jay Jeezy, you know what I'm
Jay
saying?
Jeezy, man. And all right, man. We had a pretty good conversation, man. Earlier, I think Rex got some shit he want to talk.
Now I got questions first before we get into that. Like I got a couple questions about the new club, Boogies.
Yeah.
You know, how did that concept all come together?
Man, Boogie's always wanted to open my own spot, man. And Phil Shanbaum and Brandon Hayes, they own a company called This and That Hospitality. Double D's, Tiny Victories, Burger Schmurger, a bunch of good spots, man. They just DM'd me, reached out and said, they like my work and wanted to collaborate on something. And so we put our heads together and created this space.
And then what makes Boogies different from like other like nightlife, Dallas nightlife places?
Boogie's is so different than anywhere in Dallas. It is, and I hear it every night from others, and that's how I know it's a place built for dancing, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it's a cocktail bar. Yes, you can come have great drinks, great hospitality, but people are there to meet new people and to actually dance. It's not section culture. It's not bottle service culture. It's not stiff. People are there to express themselves, man. And you don't see that in Dallas, especially not for a free cover. You know what I mean? There's no cover. Just come, dance, be yourself, express yourself. So
you think like with a place like Boogie's, you think that helped the city finally mature into like to celebrate this dance culture as much as it's like live music culture and stuff like that?
Most definitely, man. I mean, Lady Love was one of the first spots I went to that I felt, damn, like we're really starting to celebrate DJ culture in Dallas, right? It's not bar first, it's almost music first, DJ first. So I had a residency at Lady Love, and that really inspired me to carry that feeling over to Boogie's too, man. It's just, everyone was coming to buy a section, and instead now people are just getting loose again. They're being off their phones. They're enjoying stuff and enjoying their time. So I think it's very important for the city of Dallas.
Shout out Lady Love, man.
Yeah, shout out Lady Love.
For sure. And then we talked last episode, we had Astro Girl on. We talked about like Dallas culture, how it's kind of going through shifts and changes.
Yeah.
What do you see like the dance and the nightlife fitting into like the new story of like how Dallas is changing its culture and things like that?
Yeah, I think a lot of people are moving to Dallas right now. I think this city is growing very quickly. Major corporations are coming out here. Universal Studios is opening up a park.
Yeah.
A bunch of things are moving. And so a lot of people from different cultures are coming here, from Miami, from New York, from Chicago, from LA, wherever, where there are strong dance cultures, and they're looking for somewhere to dance. So I think it all comes together between It'll Do, Silo, Boogies, Lady Love. I think, we actually have destinations to be now, especially those that are seasoned veterans in dance music or people that are just trying to get their toes wet and discover it for the first time.
Oh yeah.
For sure. All right, now we're gonna get to the fun questions.
Let's do it. Yeah.
I got a little fun questions. Taco, you know what I'm saying? You can put your opinion and stuff in it too.
Yeah.
Sure.
All right, if you could create a citywide house music festival, who's on the lineup?
Citywide, you talking about locally?
Yeah, locally, you can throw non-local too, worldwide too.
Hell yeah. How many artists I get?
Let's do. We don't want it to be too clouded. Let's say what's a good number? 5?
5?
Yeah.
Right now, if I want to do 5 people for a fun house show, I would do. I'm gonna cheat. You know, in this culture, there's a thing called back to back. That's when 2 DJs DJ at the same time together and they share a set, right? Yeah. So that's 2 DJs. That would be just 1 DJ actually, you know, for my 5. So I could finesse and get 10 right now.
I got you.
But what cheating the system? Man.
Yeah. You been finessing all day.
Let's circumvent.
Damn, man, I would do. There's so many good DJs out here, man. It's really hard. I would do. You know. I'm gonna start the day with Willie Dutch doing an all funk disco set, get us kind of grooving, all vinyl. We would go into, man, I throw events, so I'm just thinking about the flow of things, right? Willie Dutch, all disco. I would do my homie Boy Black with some kind of soulful house to kind of get the groove going.
Shout out to Boy Black.
Shout out
season
Sterling.
1.
Season 1, he did come pull up on season 1.
Oh, I gotta watch that episode.
Yeah, he was here very
Nice.
early on. Yeah.
Hell yeah. Who else would I do? My buddy Indent, Jordan, but I would do Jordan and myself back to back, right?
Okay.
So we would share a set. I always love DJing with him. That's one of my best buds, and our music together it makes sense.
Best back to backs for sure.
Hell yeah. I got a homie named Sordello. He mostly makes techno. But when he comes to boogies, he plays all house and indie dance. He has some of my favorite sets. So I would put Sordello on there, and then you know who else? You and I were talking about this recently. Christy Ray. She done came through boogies like 3 times now, and all 3 times have been some of the best house sets, some of the best sets I've ever heard her play.
Shocked me.
And yeah, she came correct all 3 times.
Shocked the shit out of me. Yeah, she was actually supposed to pull up Chrissy Ray. So
Christy, pull up. What are you doing?
Thank you, man.
So you heard it here first on Sound Clash Radio. The House Music Festival, that's the lineup. It's coming soon. Be on the lookout.
Yeah.
That would be fire, though. That would be a fire set, lineup. Yeah, I think, Chrissy Ray been holding her own, man. She been doing that thing, bro. She been doing that thing. I saw her Lady Love not too long ago, and I was like, wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah.
I'm impressed, man. So that's what's up, bro. You got some more questions?
So as a DJ, what gear do you preference, vinyl or digital?
Digital, for sure. Yeah, I collect vinyl for fun, but I don't DJ. Vinyl.
I feel like it's expensive to learn how to DJ vinyl, right? Or am I
mean, honestly, not for me, because I've already done the expensive part and buying records for the past 10 years. I have literally so many records. So like I could, and obviously also I have boogies, so I could just do my vinyl up there
and like learn.
It's just harder.
Yeah. Is it harder? Yeah.
Because you gotta actually get the vinyls. And
man.
I can't even honestly.
It's a whole different game.
Begin to.
I'm gonna do it though. That's another thing. You asked what's coming up exciting. I'm gonna start learning how to vinyl DJ.
Nice, bro.
Yeah, I'm gonna try.
With the old head, so they can.
Yeah,
they can
exactly. Since everyone thinks I'm Unc already, I might as well start doing that.
Taco, you can chime in on this one. What's one track that always get the crowd going?
Ooh, damn. There's too many, man.
You've been cheating the system this whole time. Go name about 3.
All right, I'll cheat the system. So, a lot of my sets are fueled by nostalgia. So I did this live mashup with, I reconstructed the Billie Jean instrumental, which is already a crowd pleaser. Yeah. And you remember Milkshake?
Oh, yeah.
Milkshake, right? Yeah. I layer the 2 together and it goes stupid. Yeah, exactly. So Billie Jean instrumental with fire. Milkshake on top. That's one. There's this old song called Lola's Theme by the Shapeshifters. That's a house classic. One of my favorite house songs of all fucking time. Yeah. That's one that always works. Oh man, I'm always playing the fucking Bee Gees, bro.
Yeah,
you should be dancing, like whatever. Night Fever, More Than a Woman, any of those, man. Those are some of my go-tos for sure.
Yeah.
You got
me?
Yeah. Not the ones, my boy. Come on.
House music wise, man.
I mean, no, you got
anything, bro.
Anything that just gets the crowd going.
Yeah. Besides Finito.
Nah, yeah, not
You said
Finito.
Finito?
Yeah.
I was about to say the exact same thing.
Yeah, low key Finito like is gonna turn up any crowd.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Finito, he's gonna turn it up.
Yeah,
no
that
matter
don't
who
count.
it
That
is.
don't count. That don't count, bro.
Chico.
Damn, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like every time I hear "Rock the Boat," it gets
Yeah,
like shit
I can hear
going,
that.
bro. Especially at Double D's. I think every time that song, I hear that song every night. Every time I go to Double D's, but every time it comes on, that's what builds the dance floor. I've seen Rock the Boat build dance floors too many times. It's been crazy. So I
I
think,
haven't been outside that long. Does Dreams and Nightmares still pop? Or is it
nah,
died
we
out?
we done with
Yeah.
it.
It
It's like
died out.
swag surf at this point, bro.
I know,
Like
it
we don't
died
do
out.
that no more. The Sheck West joint, like that
Oh,
type
it's
of shit.
over
We
with.
don't,
It's
yeah,
over
we ain't-
with. Okay.
yeah, that's in the same category as those. Finito barely making it. We almost sick of that shit too.
Okay. All right. Last question. If house music had a superhero theme song, what would it be?
A superhero theme song. Damn, that's a good question. I don't know, man. I think you just go with one of the commercial, like the biggest ones that everyone knows. Maybe like, I don't even know if this is technically. I would say One More Time by Daft Punk. You know what I mean? That's one that people always know. You know. Oh no, what you think about over there?
When I think about a house music superhero theme song, I
Yeah.
think about Powerpuff Girls theme song. That's like, I think that's like a real deal house music theme song, right? Like, am I true?
I can see it. I can
And
see
I was
it.
like,
Yeah.
that I don't know, bro. I love that. I love the beat that Powerpuff Girls team had, bro.
Yeah, that's a fun one. Yeah.
But I feel like as far as theme songs go, I don't know, man. That's a good one. That's a good one.
It's a hard one.
That is hard. Superhero theme song.
I play this one. It's the you remember the theme song for Pink Panther? Dun, dun, dun.
Yeah.
I have this like crazy house remix to it. Yeah, and it goes crazy.
Okay.
Nah, sure.
Lil Ronnie. yeah, okay. That was it, Rick.
Yeah, man. Go get your popular question out.
All right, cool, man. Yeah. Let's go ahead and run that tune back real quick. This is Anushka. Are y'all familiar with Anushka? I think I played this when Boy Black came.
And on that Boy Black episode, he gave us a hard little set at the end too, 30-minute set too.
Yeah, check that out.
He did
We can run the song. He gave us a nice ass set at the end of our episode.
Oh, a set?
Yeah.
Oh,
'Cause
damn.
our first season when we was inviting DJs on, bro, we was having them
DJ.
Yeah.
actually DJ.
We gotta get back to that. We gotta find us a venue conducive.
Yeah, this one is in like, it's kind of hard to set up
Yeah.
Right.
because it's part.
It's a little residential too, so it's
Yeah,
hard
you know
to-
what I'm saying. We still going? We still recording?
Yeah, we
Okay, bet. All right, I thought we went on break. Fuck it, man.
Oh shit! I thought we did too. Over here hitting my vape and checking Instagram DMs and shit.
Anywho, shit, man. I just wanted to know, bro. While I have you, you know what I'm saying, and while we talking this big shit, man, dropping these resumes and accomplishments and everything like that, bro. Do you feel like you conquered like all you kind of need to in Dallas? Do you feel like you still have some shit to
No,
prove?
never. Yeah, I don't ever like to be comfortable, man. You know, there's always more to achieve. I'm not even close. I think I've done some good things, and I'm proud of the things I have accomplished. But nah, I mean, still got a long ways to go for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what does that look like? I mean, you know, I already asked what's next. I know we got Take a Breaks, come in, boogies. Beyond that, do you have anything new or anything interesting that's been on your mind?
Man, I would say goals, bro. Like building off of that would be truly turning Take a Break into a true festival here in Dallas, doing it at very unique spaces in Dallas. No one steal my idea. I'm sure other people have thought about it, but I want to do Take a Break at the Eyeball
Hell yeah.
downtown.
Yeah.
That's something I'm working on. You know, Take a Break is about to turn into a record label. We're about to start releasing a bunch of house and disco singles.
Sheesh.
You know, I would love to open more spaces, man. I love boogies. I'd love to open a restaurant someday. I'd love to open a cocktail lounge, maybe a members only kind of situation.
Speakeasy.
Yeah,
type
I'd
vibe.
love to open more spaces, man. You know, Just I want to release a bunch more music of my own, man. Just there's a lot more to achieve out there.
Maybe
man.
a take a break tour then.
Yeah,
you know
do
what
take
I'm
a break
saying?
tour. I want to do it in other states for sure. So
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Oh, and I want to open another Boogies.
You want to open another boogie?
Yeah, I think Austin.
That would be hard. I was just about to
Shit.
say, like, do so. We just talked about that last episode, how like the Austin live music scene and stuff down there. So
Just the
that'd
music
be
scene
hard.
period. Austin is like, yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But Austin is kind of the same as Dallas in the sense that there's not a Boogies type place down there. There's an It'll Do type place down there, and there's a Silo type place down there, but there's not a free space, anti-section culture, dance first cocktail lounge. So I'm just like, Austin could be a really cool market for a second Boogies.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Okay. All right, now let's do a little inspiration, a little advice from Jay Gatewood, man. We want to know, man, give some advice to the people who, the DJs actually in Dallas who are stuck, man, who don't know, man, they lost, bro. Like, they don't know what's going on out here. Like, they trying to figure it out. They see you out
Why are you making
here.
them sound so sad, bro? Saying they
Cue the sad
lost.
music.
World's tiniest violin right here.
Man, a tiny violin, bro.
Yeah.
They just don't know what's going on, bro. They're kind of like stuck in the cycle, but they want to break into, that next level, music festivals, club ownership. You know what I mean? Give some advice to those kiddos.
I think you got to move with intention, man. You got to move with intention. You got to set goals. You got to be realistic, no, fuck that. You don't got to be realistic. I was never realistic. I always said I wanted to do this and that. And I did a lot of those things, and I'm still working on doing a lot of those things. So, set the goal high, but don't think that tomorrow you're going to get there. It takes steps. You can't rush the process. You have to pay your dues. You have to, play to empty rooms. You got to...
Yeah.
A promoter's got to promise you pay and you not get it. You know what I mean? You gotta go through things, man. So just keep your head up, be creative, and push boundaries, man. Because I was lucky enough to get great opportunities because of the relationships I have and the talent and the brand that I built for myself. So I would say focus on world building, focus on building your brands and who you are, and that can mean a million different things. That doesn't mean you gotta, take a break for yourself, or you gotta do this or that for yourself. Just do something that makes you unique, man. Don't sit in your bedroom and cry and get all mad that you're not getting these opportunities, man.
Yep. Yeah.
Make the opportunity,
Facts, man. Make the opportunity, man.
Yep.
Hell yeah. Jay Gatewood, everybody.
That's me.
Round of applause, please. Woo. There we go. Damn, come on, button man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
He's producing.
My boy does it all, man. Rick does it all, if you didn't know. But yeah, man, I appreciate you dropping that knowledge, dropping them gems on us.
Easy.
On Sound Clash Radio. I feel like this has been a great ass interview, bro. Great, just knowledge that you've dropped, especially about house music and just the insights of
Yeah.
just being a young owner, you know what I mean? A boss in his own lane and everything like that. So your insight is invaluable actually.
Thank
know
you,
what I
brother.
mean? So appreciate you coming, bro. Anything else you kind of want to drop or anything you want to say to the people before we wrap this up?
Man, no, not really, man. I'm happy to be on, man. You're my guy. Yeah, bro. I want to start a podcast and have you on it, man. But it's not gonna be about no DJ shit. We're just gonna be talking shit and like watching funny Instagram reels.
Yeah,
doing
I'm down.
crazy takes. We're gonna clip farm it and post it on IG reels and shit.
I'm down with that, man.
We gonna do that, bro. But yeah, thank you for having me on, bro.
Sure, bro.
Proud of you, bro.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
This has been Jake Good. Shit. What the fuck?
Bro, fucking up my name, bro. Hey, fuck this episode, bro.
Damn, bro, he just said a lot of good shit about you.
Right,
He
I
just
know.
started
It's like, damn, bro. I was still processing. My bad.
he was blushing.
Man, fuck out of here, Rex. Fuck you. Man, this is Jay Gatewood, everybody. This has been Sound Clash Radio, man. Shout out to Hangout Network, and I am Talk to DJ. We out.
Peace.
Sir.